With an RBI infield single from Logan Musey, it sends home Mika Peterson, and first pitch swinging down the line is fair for Andrew Hanlon. He'll round first and head to second. Logan Musey goes to third, and some clutch two-out hitting for the Brown Bears puts two runners in scoring position, already up by one. Pitch number 100 today for Doobie. Lifted into outfield grass, and the no-hitter is spoiled, and the Crimson have tied it up in the bottom of the eighth. Actually, Colasante. Lane, left field, falls down. Colasante around second, trouble in left for Musey. Colasante's going to hold at third. Lane goes into second. Two runners in scoring position, and Colasante is 90 feet away from ending this one.
Good opportunity for Shulman. Infield's going to be in, plays at the plate for Brown.
First pitch swinging, deep left field. Musey is under it. He makes the catch. Colasante tags up, and the Harvard Crimson walk it off in their home opener. Starting first baseman, batting .235 this season. Makes contact down the first baseline on the first pitch she sees. This is going to be extra bases. Everyone moves up two. Schramm to third. Harmon with a double, and two runners in scoring position. Nobody out for the big green here at the top of the second.
That's gross. That's a big pitch and a big strikeout, big second out. Can drop the infield back now.
In the big moment as well with two runners in scoring position. This one gets by Salazar Stewart, and Dartmouth is on the board as Schramm slides across home plate to give the big green a 1-0 lead. Also has a triple to her name this season. Waits on this off-speed pitch. Right center field. And caught at the wall. Samantha Gresham robbing what would have been a Harvard lead, and it results in a big green lead after 3 innings. Payne watched it go almost over the wall, but Samantha Gresham keeping it a 1-0 ball game. Left center field, it's down in the outfield grass. Mizo around third. Here comes Salazar Stewart. She's out at the plate. This game is tied, but a great throw from left field by Lauren Ben Ezra keeps it that way. Didn't go all the way to the wall, as this one from Justice is lifted high, deep right field. Almost losing into the sun is Ayala. That's going to drop. Justice Malone is going to round second and head to third, and it's a leadoff triple. And some trouble in the infield for the Crimson. Malone will score. Justice Malone with a Little League homer, and the Big Green have taken a 3-2 lead in the top of the ninth. And sometimes the kneecap just goes to a place where it shouldn't go, and it's not a fun experience. The 0-2 yet again. Grounder up the middle to Stone. 4-6-3 double play executed to perfection by the Crimson. DJ Dillahay, second team All-Ivy honoree last season. He's got 109 RBIs in his career. Third base side, sliding stop by Kang. The throw to second, not in time. Stone couldn't corral it. Now rounding third and scoring is Mika Peterson. It's 2-0 Brown.
Yeah, I had to kind of wear it in relief last time out in that 12-inning game against Dartmouth.
First pitch to Alex Benevento is into left center field at the wall, and goodbye. Not the start you envisioned for Daniel Sams. Benevento goes yard with a 2-run homer, and Brown up 6-2 here in the top of the seventh. Deja vu here in the bottom of the first. Danica Cannell also yanked after just 2/3 of an inning, and it brings up Haley Ganino. She did not appear in the Colgate series last weekend. She last appeared April 8th versus Providence, where she pitched 1 inning, gave up a hit, gave up 4 earned runs after walking 4. her 23rd appearance. She has a 6-1 record, a 3.52 ERA, 51 2/3 innings pitched this season, given up 30 runs, 26 of them earned. She struck out 20 and walked 20 this season, and the first batter she faces will be Alexa Muller. Still stays in the count 2-2. Very weird to take out a pitcher mid-at-bat against the pitcher, but obviously they yanked her once both runners were able to steal, and 2 runners are now in scoring position. It's Selassie at third and Payne at second. This is up the middle, gets right through the glove of Applet. Both runs are going to score, and on the throw, Muller's going to advance to second. So some ugly defense by the Terriers results in a 2-run single by Alexa Muller, who then advances to second on the throw, and just like that, it's a 1-run game.
Well, this is exactly why I was talking about before the break, taking risks, and if you're the Crimson, understanding where you are in terms of how this team is playing against you, and, you know, it's a rough one there. You see it gets right by BU, and, you know, they're trying to play for make sure you can, you know, not get these runners home, but they were far and above already gone before it even got to third. Not allowed Muller all the way to second.
This is lifted into right field by Zisik, rounding third, and we are tied. Hannah Zisik on the first pitch swinging, sends home Alexa Muller, and it's 3-3 in the bottom of the first. What a response by the Crimson.
Wow, and I mean, after that, you know, first at bat by BU, you're thinking, all right, well, can the Crimson quickly get themselves back in this? That's why they take the risks they do, and what a beautiful couple hits that just send BU running. Harvard gets themselves quickly back into this. I think that's another huge key to this game for me, is you can't let either team go on a big run and get out to a big lead. You just got to make sure that, especially if you are Harvard, keep this one close at all times.
Ganino delivers. Hard hit grounder by Salazar Stewart into left, and all the runners advance. 3 consecutive singles by Crimson batters. Exceptional 2-out hitting by Harvard has made this game incredibly interesting. We're only in the first inning. Runners now at first and second. Zisik at second, Salazar Stewart at first, and it's Nicolette Hunter, who was the starting pitcher, and now she's in at the right-hander's batter's box as the designated player. In terms of hitting, she's really emerged as that batting threat this season after primarily being used as a pitcher during her freshman and sophomore seasons. Now a junior, the Camarillo, California native, has a .250 batting average, a .444 slugging percentage, and a .378 on-base percentage. She's looking to bounce back after a 1-8 effort in the series against the Brown Bears last weekend. Takes that pitch for a strike. Counts now evened up at 1. This is all with 2-out hitting. Now up against Ganino. She lifts this one into left field over the outstretched glove of Applet. Everyone will move up 1, and the bases are loaded. 4 consecutive singles for the Harvard Crimson have loaded the bases, all against the relief pitcher, Haley Ganino.
Not the start, of course, you want for if you're Ganino, and Waters is going to come out here and have a chat. You know, Nell was doing decently well. We mentioned the 2 walks, but you don't let Harvard score, and then really tough situation for Ganino to come into with runners at second and third. Now, you know, Harvard has done such a nice job. They're setting themselves up to take a big lead here in the first.
We're going to get another pitching change by the Terriers. That's Ava Johnson, the Arkansas native. 3rd pitcher this inning by the Terriers when we return on ESPN+. Ava Johnson, the sophomore from Rogers, Arkansas, her 10th appearance this season and her first one since April 4th against Bucknell. Enters into today with an 0-1 record, a 6 ERA. She's pitched 9 1/3 innings, given up 8 runs, all of them earned, struck out 6 and walked 12. Her opponent batting average is .366, and she comes in with the bases loaded, facing up against the 9-hole batter for the Crimson in Lael Ayala. A senior from Atlanta, Georgia, with a .211 batting average, who has really struggled at the plate for the Crimson. 0 for 7 last weekend and 1 for 14 over her last 2 series. against Brown and Cornell. She's taken a bit of a dip since her sophomore season where she hit 345. We're looking for a big swing here to give Harvard the lead. They were down 3-0 after the top of the first. They have since tied it after Haley Ganino doesn't record a single out, gives up 4 hits. One of those runs goes against Ganino. The other 2 were against Nell. She was responsible for walking Selassie and Payne back when she was in the circle. But Ganino records not a single out, and the Terriers now on their 3rd different pitcher here in this inning.
A couple of really nice pitches, though, there from Johnson. Yes, she's got 2 balls as well, but a couple of those were smack down the middle. And Ayala did not swing at him.
Here's the 2-2. Up high for ball 3, and the count is full. Johnson's last appearance was April 4th versus Bucknell. She pitched 1 inning, gave up no hits, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts, but she did hit 2 batters. Full count pitch. Ayala left field and drifts foul. It all started after Danica Nell walked Selassie and Payne to put them at 1st and 2nd. Both of them stole, which put them at 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Nell was then yanked for Haley Ganino. It was then an Alexa Muller 2-run single to send both Payne and Selassie across the plate, who then advanced to 2nd on the throw. Full count pitch is up high. Ayala is walked, and that brings in a run.
Wow, what an unbelievable first inning this has been.
Zisek crosses home, and it's 4-3 Harvard.
I want to give Harvard some serious credit, though, because it really, can feel very deflating if you were playing against this BU Terriers team. And yes, you don't have Ricardin, who is normally the pitcher who really slows things down, but Harvard has done a spectacular job of getting themselves back in early and now taking the lead, still bases loaded.
I picked the wrong day to crack open this new scorebook as we're back around to the top of the order for the Harvard Crimson with Audrey Selassie, who was walked in her first appearance earlier this inning. Now up against a different pitcher in this inning when there has been another pitcher gone in between. This has been a crazy game, but like you said, Katie, testament to Jenny Roan and the Harvard Crimson. It's really easy to get in your own head when you're down 3-0 against a on-paper superior opponent in Boston University, and to come back guns blazing in the bottom of the first. They have really turned some heads here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, and Roan has not been afraid to take any risks. She's not been afraid to just trust her players, especially trust their speed and trust their capabilities. This is why they're one of the best teams in the Ivy League, and showing it today against a, again, as you said on paper, superior team in BU.
It's a 1-1 count for Selassie. Bases still loaded. Selassie swings and misses. So after both runners stole, Danica Nell was pulled for Haley Ganino. Muller hits a 2-run single and advances to 2nd on the throw. Then Zisek hits a 1-run single to send Muller home. Then Salazar Stewart hits a single. Then Nicolette Hunter hits a single. And then Ganino is yanked for Ava Johnson. And then Johnson walks Ayala to send Zisek home. And that's where we are right now, back to the top of the order. So it's Salazar Stewart at 3rd, Hunter at 2nd, Ayala at 1st. 1-2 count. Delivery from Johnson. Selassie hangs in there with a foul ball to keep the count at 1-2. This all started with aggressive base running. Selassie drew a 4-pitch walk, then stole 2nd.
Well, very clear, too, that if you're BU, you're trying to rest Ricard because you understand that you need her to be at her best later in the season. We're creeping towards the end of the year. And it's very clear that, it's more about getting experience for some other players right now than getting her in, because if you put her in right now, it would be significantly more difficult for these Harvard Crimson players to be getting any swings at these balls.
Boston University has a big series coming up this weekend against Army. They are currently sitting 2nd in the Patriot League. They're actually the defending Patriot League regular season champions. So that is most certainly what Casey Ricard is going to be used for this weekend. Probably going to pitch the entire series, as Selassie lifts this one into left center field. Doherty makes the grab, and Boston University thankfully, is out of this bottom of the first inning. They leave the bases loaded, but it's 4-3 Harvard. What a response. Top of the second coming up.